What makes a good therapist? Have you ever wondered that? Maybe you're on one side of the couch where you are looking for a new therapist because you just can't quite find the right person for you. You just haven't clicked with the therapist that you've worked with in the past. So maybe you're on that side of the couch. Or maybe you're an aspiring counselor or psychologist or therapist, and you're wondering, what qualities do I need to work on so that I'm effective in helping people bring about change in their life? I'm Dr. Leif Smith, and I've been doing this for 20 years on both sides of the couch. And today I'm going to talk about what makes for a good therapist. Okay, let's get right to it. What makes for a good therapist? I have some ideas. The first idea: you need a therapist who's authentic, who is genuine. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, in being in the business for 20 years and training people over these 20 years, I've trained hundreds and hundreds of new therapists and counselors and psychologists. One of the things I've noticed is it's really hard to find someone who's authentic and genuine. It can be easy as a professional to hide behind our credentials, to hide behind our training, right? So when clients ask us questions, we don't want to answer them, and we put it right back on them. They'll ask a personal question maybe, and we don't want to answer it because we don't want to reveal ourselves. We don't want to reveal that we made a mistake when we were their age. We don't want to reveal that we have problems in our life, that we have experienced setbacks before, that we have failed. And so I think there's some kind of an issue going on here where people who get into this business feel like they can't reveal things like that to their clients, or they risk losing credibility. I'm of the other mindset. First of all, I fail all the time, and I screw up all the time. Ask my family. So, I don't want to lie. I don't want to lie to my clients, and I don't want the pressure therein of having to be someone who I'm not. So I am on the side of more authenticity. So I might risk by disclosing a little bit more than most therapists would. I'm also authentic in my reactions. If I don't like something, I will tell my client. If I feel my client needs to get their head out of their posterior, I will tell my client. If I feel like my client's being lazy, I guarantee you I'm going to tell them. Why? Because I'm trying to be authentic. They're going to read it in my actions. They're going to hear it in my words anyway. And I think this is a way to gain trust with people, is by being authentic. So, what makes a good therapist? The first quality is authenticity. Now, second quality. I think this is important too. Good training. Anyone can become a therapist. Anyone can get the training required, to be a therapist. You can go to a 2-year program, 3-year program, 4 or 5-year program, yada yada. The best places in the world. I have 6 things on the wall, 6 diplomas or degrees on the wall here. And by the way, none of my clients ever check them. So go figure. But you want a therapist that has good training. By that I mean you want a therapist that understands human psychology, that understands neurobiology, that has an understanding of Freud, of behavioral psychology, all the basic theories, and why we do what we do. So you want someone that has good training. Now, what that means is if someone got an online degree, right, from University of Onlindia, and they got their doctorate from the University of Onlindia, and they've never seen a client prior to you because they attended University of Onlindia, and there's no clients, and there's no face-to-face work with University of Onlindia, but now they're a licensed therapist, maybe you want to shy away from that. You want someone that has good training, someone that has a lot of clinical time, someone that has seen a lot of people. I get better as a therapist the more people I see. I get better as a therapist when I'm out there doing the work, and that is the biggest part of my training. One of the most important things that a supervisor ever said to me was back when I was getting my doctorate. He said, "You know, Leif, your clients are going to be your best teachers. If you don't know what you're talking about, they're going to tell you. If you do know what you're talking about, they're going to tell you also. If they don't like you, if they don't click with you, they're going to let it be known because they're not going to come in. This was really good advice because it made me understand how important it is to get out there, see people, see a broad variety of people, so that I can help the greatest number of people in the future. So you want a therapist who has good training. And number 3, and this is an important one that I think gets overlooked, and that is humor. You want a therapist or a psychologist with a sense of humor. Why? Because humor is a sign of intelligence. Humor is a sign that someone is not taking themselves too seriously. A lot of people in this business, and I can say that because I'm in the business, so I don't want to hear, oh, he doesn't, you don't know, blah, blah, blah. I'm in the business, and a lot of therapists and a lot of psychologists take themselves way too seriously. Why? I don't know, but for me that's a recipe for being depressed myself. We are not here for a very long time on this earth. Just because we have all this training, that doesn't mean anything other than we have all this training. And so one of the things I've learned is there's a lot of ups and downs in life. And there's a lot of downs that are really, really heartbreaking. Sometimes all we have is a sense of humor to get us through things. A sense of humor gives perspective. A sense of humor sends the signal that you're human too, and that you don't take yourself ultra seriously. After all, if we want our clients to feel better, don't we want them to not take themselves too seriously? Right, that's how it goes. So you want a therapist who has a sense of humor. Now, I can't promise you that they have a good sense of humor. For instance, I always warn my clients about my jokes or my sense of humor because it's odd, it's wry, it's dry. It's genetics, right? But you want someone that you're working with to have a sense of humor. And so those are 3 qualities right there. Okay? You want authenticity, you want them to have good training, and you want them to have a sense of humor. If you find those 3 things in a therapist, or if you can do those 3 things as a therapist, you're in the right place. So I hope this was helpful. I'm Dr. Leif Smith, and I help people get better, be better, and do better. And I will see you in the next video.